However, the people I'm competing against, they have great financial muscle, which is fine. But I believe we will get there. Slowly, I will get there.
You've been very vocal about the cultural perceptions of women and even the fact that there are very few women running for political office in this election. But your candidature is challenging that. Have you experienced any pushbacks into the so called male dominated political field?
I haven't gotten too much pushback, by the way. Uh, as a young person, they see that as a bigger barrier than me being a woman. However, I do see those subtle patronizing comments about why don't you get married or why don't you go and have kids and have a family. And for me, that doesn't affect me. However, I'm aware that it affects a lot of people. And it's unfortunate because that is just the culture that is there. However, we can always change our culture, and it just takes a few bold women to actually change the culture of this country. And if we see more women coming up, we can be given nominations. We can have the 30% gender rule. However, women still need to come up and be able to garner for this elective posts. So it'll take time, but it is a culture that is slowly dying out, especially like in Nairobi here. A lot of people don't have a really big issue about me being a woman, but I'm aware in other parts of the country it's a really big problem. People even face violent attacks just because of the fact that they are women, and that is unfortunate. But we need to just change the mindset of our people, and eventually we will get there. Slowly by slowly, we will get there.
What did you say to those people who still believe that they cannot give a chance to a woman to take up political leadership?
I always wonder, you were born of a woman, you were raised by a woman until where you are now. Why shouldn't that woman be a leader? Women are the backbone of society, I believe. And if we are able to empower our women to become even leaders in our countries, then our countries will go further because they have been running the show from the sidelines. They have been doing all that they do. It's just that it goes unnoticed. But the moment they take the forefront and do it at the front, then we can move on. We just need to come out strongly as women and take our space. Because at the end of the day, yes, we are women, but we are also human beings with aspirations, just like the men.
And you've been running against tough, experienced, and well established politicians. Is that rough?
It's good. It's good. I've been enjoying it. Actually, my opponents have been very graceful towards me, but it's still very tough considering like the financial muscle they have, the backing of the major parties that they have. But I am hopeful, and I know that Nairobians are changing their mindset. They're beginning to have an independent mind, whereby they'll start looking at individuals and not the party, not even the financial muscle, but the individual and what the issues are.
You exhibit such strength and determination to pursue what people would say is a very challenging career. Where do you get your strength from?
I am a Christian, and I believe in God. And throughout this period, I've grown closer to God because He has been my rock. Other than that, my family and friends have been a really good support for me. They've really helped me through every tough situation that I have had. And in addition to that, every time I go to Mukuru Kwanjenga or Kibera or Madari and I meet people.
And these are the informal settlements?
Yes, the informal settlements. And I meet people who are in situations that are unfortunate because a few people decided not to do their job. And it gives me greater resolve, knowing that I'm doing the right thing and all that I'm doing here, I am doing for them. Yeah.
So, what sets you above the competition?
I respect my opponents very much. However, I feel like they carry a burden. They come with a lot of baggage, and that is what they represent in terms of the parties that they come from. Who are they? What are they representing? And I feel like that's the issue. They represent everything that is wrong with our country, and they represent all the division that we've had in the country. They represent all the tribalism that we've had. It might not be them individually, but it is what they come with. And so I don't have that. I am an independent candidate, and I like to believe that I'm more objective than either of them, just based on the fact that they come from very polarized opinions or even outfits. And so I have more to offer than they do because they come with all of that. In addition to that, I believe in issue-based politics. Sometimes we get really dragged and pulled down by the just almost the pettiness of our politics, that could be divisive, that could be tribal, and we forget what the actual issue is. And at the end of the day, nobody benefits, only the people in the leadership. And so I want the people to benefit. I want the common Mwananchi to benefit because they are the ones who really suffer.
And what are your hobbies? I mean, when you're not running the world and changing things, what do you enjoy doing?
I'm actually a musician. I studied in Kenyatta University. I did a bachelor's degree in music. And so I like to play the piano and I play the guitar as well. But I also like to cook. I'm a very good cook, actually. Yeah, that's what I do during my free time.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
This has been Franny Joey for the Douglas Review, and thanks a lot for watching. Please do join us next week on our Google Hangout, where we'll be having a panel discussion on the state of Kenyan politics currently. Thank you once again.